One. Good evening, everyone, and to all who are now online with us in this unprecedented time. And I believe for the first time, Shara Shalom will be online streaming a service with basically no congregation inside the synagogue. This afternoon, our president is here with me, and also our head cantor, Marie, and we are going to bring you this Friday evening service, be it a little early, because as we all know, curfew begins at 6 p.m. and the security forces would like us to be out of downtown by 4 or a little after. So forgive us, but we are going to symbolically light our Shabbat candles. We know it is early, but this is our way, and this begins our evening service. I thank you all for tuning in to us and being online as we go through our Friday evening Shabbat. As is customary, we all stand at this point in time as we light the Shabbat candles.
In the spirit of our ancient tradition that hallows and unites Israel in all lands and all ages, we now kindle the Sabbath lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshana b'mitzvotav etzivanu, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who hast sanctified us by thy laws and commanded us to kindle the Sabbath lights. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath joy. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath holiness. May the Lord bless us with Sabbath peace.
Now that the daily tasks is laid aside, and we are gathered in the house of God, the hush of solemnity comes over us, and we feel a refreshing rest.
In the Lord's plan of the sanctuary, we thank you, Lord, for the holiness of the day, which thou hast ever prospered.
Moderation, purity and fidelity in the souls of Israel. O God, thy law has brought us blessings to many nations. May it, as last, unite all men in a covenant of peace and holy fellowship. On this Shabbat we say, Amen. All our congregation may be seated, and we continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 11 of our synagogue prayer book.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Hamlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi-melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi-melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeterhem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi-melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
A Psalm of David. Ascribe unto the Lord, O ye sons of the mighty, ascribe unto the Lord glory and power. Ascribe unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the glory of the sanctuary. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters, the God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars, yea, the Lord shivereth the cedars of Lebanon. He also maketh them to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young ram. The voice of the Lord flasheth flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord causes the oaks to shake and maketh the forest bare, while in his temple everything says glory. The Lord sat enthroned at the flood. Yea, the Lord will sit as a king forever. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamur v'zachor b'dibur echad, ishmi anu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'lithilah. Likrat Shabbat, l'chu v'necha, ki mikol habracha, merosh mekerem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machashava tehillah. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzara, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, Lecha ne Shabbat ne Kabbalah.
Behold, come the bride to meet, the princess Sabbath, let us together greet. Mizmor Shel Yom HaShabbat. It is good to give thanks unto the Lord and sing praises unto thy name, O Most High.
To declare thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness in the nights.
Upon the 10-stringed instrument and upon a psaltery, and with a solemn sound upon the harp.
For thou,
O
O
Lord, hast made me rejoice of thy wonderful works. I therefore will triumph in the works of thy hands. How great, O Lord, are all thy works, how exceedingly profound are thy thoughts.
An ignorant man knoweth it not, neither doth a fool understand this.
When the wicked spring up like grass, and the workers of iniquity flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever.
But thou, O Lord, art exalted forevermore.
For lo, thine enemies, O Lord, for lo, thine enemies shall perish, all the workers of iniquity shall be scattered.
For thou hast exalted mine horn like that of the Rechem. My declining age shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye hath seen the fate of mine enemies, and of that of the wicked who rise up against me, mine ears shall hear.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon.
Planted in the house of the Lord, they shall flourish in the courts of our God.
They shall still blossom in old age. They shall be full of sap and verdant.
To declare that the Lord is just, my rock, in whom there is no unrighteousness.
The Lord reigneth, clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed and have girded himself with power. The world is also established, that it cannot be moved.
Thy throne, O Lord, is established from of old.
Thou art from all eternity. The floods, O Lord, raise themselves up. They lift up their voice, and the flood raise up their waves.
Yea,
mightier than the voice of
many mighty waters, and the billows of the ocean art thou on high, O Lord.
Thy testimonies are most faithful. Holiness beseemeth thy temple, O Lord, unto the utmost of days. I ask all online and in our synagogue to stand as we go and say the Bariku. Bariku et Adonai Hamivorach. Bless ye the Lord who is ever blessed.
Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
Blessed be the Lord who is blessed forever and ever. You may be seated. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who by thy word causest the evening to advance, who with wisdom openest the gates of heaven, and with understanding changes times and varies the seasons, and disposes the stars in their stations in the sky according to thy will. Thou createst day and night, cause the light to recede from before the darkness, and the darkness before the light. Thou cause the day to pass away, and bringest on the night, and makest a division between day and night. The Lord of hosts is thy name. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who bringest on the evening twilight. And we all read together. With everlasting love hast thou loved the house of Israel thy people. A law and commandments, statutes and judgments hast thou taught us. Therefore, O Lord our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will discourse of thy statutes. We will rejoice and exalt in the instructive words of thy Torah, commandments and statutes forever and ever. For they are our life and the prolongation of our days. And on them will we meditate day and night. May thy love never depart from us. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who lovest thy people Israel. Ask all to stand, whether you are online or in our synagogue, to stand for the Shema, the holiest of our prayers. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be his name, whose glorious kingdom is forever and ever.
Vaed Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלקתך בדרך ובשוקבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the doorpost of thy house and upon thy gate. You may be seated wherever you are, and let us continue on page 16 of our synagogue prayer book. And I will read for you. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in its due season, the former rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I will give grass in thy fields for thy cattle, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Take heed to yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. Then the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you, and he will shut up the heaven that there be no rain, and the land will not yield her fruit, and ye will perish quickly from off the goodly land which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, talking of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorpost of thy house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, upon the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of the heavens are above the earth. Continue with the Vayamir on page 17 of our synagogue prayer book. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, Eber b'nei Israel v'namarta lahem, v'natzu lahem tzitzit al kanfei doratam, v'natenu al tzitzit hakanaf betil tekel yet, v'haya lakem letzitzit, uritem oto zakartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, v'asitem otam v'lo tarturu ak levavkem, v'akareaken asher tenzonim akarehem, magnan tizkeru v'asitem et kol dvotai v'yetem kedoshim Eloheikem. Ani Adonai Eloheikem, asher hotzetem me'aretz Mitzrayim le'olam le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Eloheikem, Adonai Eloheikem. Amen. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a thread of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, in the pursuit of which ye used to go astray, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. Our hymn for this Shabbat is God is my strong salvation. Hymn number 7 on page 211.
God is my strong salvation. What foe have I to fear? In darkness and temptation, sun, my light, my help is near. Though hosts encamp around me, firm to the fight I stand. What terror can confound me with God at my right hand? Place on the Lord reliance, my soul with courage wait. His truth be thine affiance when faint and desolate. His might thine heart shall strengthen, his love thy joy increase. Mercy thy days shall lengthen, the Lord will give thee peace.
A very, very good evening to all our online listeners, coming to you live and direct from Sher Shalom, the synagogue here in Kingston, Jamaica. As we go through this unprecedented time of COVID-19, as far as I know, this is the first time we're having a synagogue stream live with no congregation inside. This is our first attempt by our president and the wards and directors of the synagogue to try to bring religion and worship back into our lives despite the threat of COVID-19. What you're witnessing here this evening is our first attempt. We are in the process as a synagogue board of setting out some protocols so we may reopen our synagogue. As we all know, COVID-19 is a very, very contagious disease, and it is going to mean a change in the way we conduct our services here and how we conduct the services here. So at present, our board is working assiduously to try to come up with a set of protocols so that we may begin services here as soon as possible, but certainly not more than 10 paid-up members will be allowed to be in the synagogue at any one time. So just stay tuned to your internet, the MailChimp, which Margaret Adam so kindly continues to put out, and look out for a protocol and also for information from our president and our board as to how we move our services forward. My friends, our president is here, Marie is here, and to say it is very difficult to conduct a service with no one present is an understatement. But I am glad that all of you are online with me, and I feel that you are reading and following as we are going ahead with our services. Thank you for coming online and for taking the time to worship on this Shabbat. Services continue on page 18 with responsive reading, and I will read both for the congregation as well as the reader. So even if you do not have a prayer book handy, at least you will be able to follow our services completely. Page 18. True and firmly established is all this with us, that he is the Lord our God with none beside him, and we, Israel, are his people. He hath redeemed us from the hand of kings, and he is our King who hath delivered us from the grasp of all oppressors. He is the God who hath avenged us of our adversaries and dealt out a recompense to the enemies of our souls.
He hath appointed our souls to life, and hath not suffered our feet to slip.
He hath caused us to tread on the high places of our enemies, and exalted our horn above all who hate us.
He
is the God who vindicated us before Pharaoh by signs and miracles wrought in the land of the children of Ham. In his wrath he smote all the firstborn of Egypt, and brought out his people Israel from among them unto everlasting freedom.
He caused his people to pass between the divisions of the Red Sea,
and sank their pursuers and enemies in the depths. His children beheld his might. They praised and gave thanks to his name, and willingly submitted to his dominion. Moses and the children of Israel sang a song unto thee with great joy. And they all said,
Mi hamoha ba'elim Adonai, mi hamoha nehedar b'kodesh, nura tehi Lord, O Sephalah.
Upon the sea, O Lord our God, thy children beheld thy majesty. Altogether they praised thee, proclaiming thy kingly power, and said, Adonai yemlok leolam vaed. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. And it is said, for the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and rescued him from a hand mightier than thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hast redeemed Israel. Hashkivenu.
Ashkivenu Avinu leshalom ve'amidenu malkeinu lechaim tovim ulshalom. Ufras, ufras, aleinu. Sukkot, sukkot, shelomecha. V'tachinenu be'etza tova milefonecha. Ve'hoshi'enu mehera le'ma'an shemecha ve'hagen ba'adenu. Ufras, ufras, aleinu. Sukkot, sukkot rachamim v'shalom. Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukkot shalom aleinu ve'al ammo Israel ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen.
Blessed art thou, O Lord, who spreads the tabernacle of peace over us, over thy people Israel, over Jerusalem, and over all mankind. Together we say, Amen.
Amen.
I'd like you all now to stand with me wherever you are for the Shabbat Eve Veshamru, which can be found on page 19.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם, מרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אורי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשו אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמך בעלמא דברה חירותך וימליך מלכותך ויצמח פורקנה וקרב משיחה בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמך רבה מברך לעולם לעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך קודשה ברכו ואלה מן כל ברכתה שירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו
this moment of silent communion with thee, O God, a still small voice speaks in the depths of my spirit. It speaks to me of things I must do to attain holy kinship with thee and to grow in the likeness of thee. I must do my allotted tasks with unflagging faithfulness, even though the eye of no taskmaster is on me. I must be gentle in the face of ingratitude, or when slander distorts my noblest motives. I must come to the end of each day with a feeling that I have used its gifts gratefully and faced its trials bravely. O Lord, help me to be ever more like thee. Holy, for thou art holy. Loving, for thou art loving. Speak to me then, O Lord, as I seek you again and again in the stillness of meditation, until thy bidding shall at last become for me a hallowed discipline, a familiar way of life, so that I may live on in deeds that bless other lives, and leave behind me the heritage of a good name. And we say together, Amen. Silent devotion. Here you may say your Amidah, or you may just be grateful and silently give gratitude to God for the week that you have survived and the week that He has allowed you to survive, and do it with grace and humility. The Mourner's Kaddish on page 41 and 42. O my God, Guard my tongue from evil and my lips from uttering deceit. And let my soul be silent towards those that curse me, and grant that my soul may be humble as the dust to everyone. Open my heart to receive thy Torah, that my soul may pursue thy commandments. Speedily, I beseech thee, frustrate the devices and destroy the machinations of all those who rise up against me for evil. O grant it for the sake of thy name, grant it for the sake of thy right hand, grant it for the sake of thy Torah, grant it for the sake of thy holiness. O save me with thy right hand and answer me.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Amen.
O say shalom b'mrama, v'urakama v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Thus were finished the heavens and the earth, and all the hosts thereof. God had finished on the seventh day his work which he had made. And God rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because thereon he rested from all his work which he had created and made. O God and the God of our fathers, accept, we beseech thee, our rest. Sanctify us with thy commandments and grant our portion in thy Torah. Satisfy us with thy goodness. Gladden our souls with thy salvation, and purify our hearts to serve thee in truth. Cause us, O Lord our God, to inherit this holy Shabbat with love and delight, and grant that all Israel who hallow thy name may have rest thereon. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hallowest this Shabbat. At this point we turn to page 171 for a memorial prayer. In this solemn hour, consecrated to our beloved dead, we ponder over the flight of time, the frailty and uncertainty of human life. We ask ourselves, what are we? What is our life? To what purpose our wisdom and knowledge? Wherein is our strength, our power, our fame? Alas, man seems born to trouble, and his years are few and full of travail. But our great teachers have taught us to penetrate beneath the appearances and see the higher worth, the deeper meaning, and the abiding glory of human life. Amen. And in memory of all those who have gone before us, and all our co-religionists who have maybe passed away during this week of COVID-19, we now stand together and we recite our Mourners Kaddish on page 22 and 23 of our synagogue prayer book. It gadal ve it kadash shamei rabah ve'alma divrakirte ve'amlik malkute ve'asmar purkane ve'kereb meshike ve'kaya kono ve'keav ve'kol bet Israel agala vizman kariv v'imru amen yeshamei bara merakalam al me'am ya'it barak V'yishtabak v'tapar v'traman v'tnaseh v'tadar v'talel v'talal shamei dekudesha beriku. Yamin kol bekata shirata tishbekata v'kanamata demeram belram v'imru amen. Eish nama rabba min shamayim hayim yashva v'shezba urfa gula lakabraf salano kol amo Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrama urakama v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Say shalom bimroma Huya say shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael ve'imru Amen. shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru Amen.
All our beloved departed, who we now remember, may peace and bliss be granted in their life eternal, and may the Father of peace say peace to all who mourn, and comfort any bereaved among us, and let us say,
Amen.
both here in our synagogue and online, you may be seated, and let us continue together with the hymn, "The Lord is my Shepherd," which can be found on page 24 of our synagogue prayer book.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness, for his name's sake, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. They comfort me. Surely, surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Very, very good evening once again to all our online congregation and listeners, both locally and overseas. As I said in our brief announcements before, we are undergoing some unprecedented times. And in unprecedented times means you have unprecedented rules and regulations. For those who are overseas and may not be aware, we here in Jamaica are under a curfew every evening from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning, hence the early start to this Shabbat. This Shabbat came about through discussions with our president, the wardens, and the other directors of our synagogue in an effort to try to mitigate against a disease that has no shape or form. You can't hear it, feel it, smell it, or touch it, but it is extremely lethal, as we have seen and we watch on CNN almost every day. There is nothing which can hinder or circumvent a strong and determined soul seeking for health, usefulness, truth, and success. Keep that fact well in mind and live it, no matter what the whole world may say to the contrary. Fear nothing. You are a part of the splendid universe, and you are here to get the best out of this phase of your life. Look for something to be thankful and glad over each day, and you will find it. Fill your soul and mind full of love and sympathy and joy, and blessings will follow. Remember, my friends, the happiest people in the world are those who have a hard time recalling their worries and an easy time remembering their blessings. These words, for me, bring comfort in a time of extreme stress and uncertainty. We go about our day here as best as we can, trying to eke out an existence and looking after our fellow man. And now more than ever, nature seems to be saying to the pestilence called human beings, shape up or ship out. As we have seen and heard, the waters in Venice are now crystal clear. Fish can be seen in the waters where before they could not. Smog and pollution in the atmosphere in some of our major cities has reduced significantly, where now sunsets and the sky are visible. My friends, this COVID, as far as I am concerned, it's not by chance. It is the universe saying to man, shape up or ship out. Man has done the most damage to our planet. The human race now has more people than the earth has resources. And what seems strange and funny to me is that when you read the parasha, Tizra, which is in our Homash on page 204, it talks about quarantine, impurity, cleanliness, and some of the rules by which we should live by. My friends, it's not by chance that we are doing this service here this evening. It's not by chance that this parasha is the parasha that we will read. And do not for 1 minute feel that this chance is not by chance that this COVID-19 is upon the planet. For me, it has singularly co-joined every single person, race, nationality, color on the earth. We all now fight one common enemy, COVID-19. So whether you are European and speak a different language, whether you are American, Chinese, Jamaican, we are all in this together. These are unprecedented times. Some of us who have more than others, you need to be aware and be thankful and be grateful that you have. But in having, you also need to share. This has to be a time of sharing. There are many people out and about that have nothing. They live from day to day. When they do not work, they do not eat. So at times, if you see that they don't have on a mask or are too close and not abiding by some of the protocols, just calmly help them. Give them a mask if you have. Calmly tell them what some of the protocols are. And if you can help them, if you can't help them immediately with food, maybe a $200 that you have in your pocket might go a long way to helping that particular person. Let us use this Shabbat. Let us use this time to personally reflect upon ourselves, upon our friends, our family, upon our community, our synagogue. Give thanks that we have people that are willing to come, willing to risk, in order just that we can be a community, a one love community, all working together for the common good, out of many one people. My friends, life is a journey. As I close on this Shabbat, with this pestilence, never forget to be thankful, grateful, and enjoy your own unique and special journey. On behalf of our president, the wardens, the congregations, Marie and myself, we bid for all of you who are online and watching a happy, peaceful, and safe Shabbat Shalom to you. Now we'll continue with our adoration, Aleinu, on page 25.
Aleinu leshabeach l'adon hakol latet gedula liotzer bereshit shelo asanu kegoye ha'atzut velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adamah shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegoralenu kechol hamonam va'anachnu k'urim u'mishekavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim veyosed oretz ומושב יקר בשמיים ממעל ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו ואין עוד אמת מלכנו ואפס זולתו ככתוב בתורה וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך Ki Adonai hu ha-Elohim bashamayim mima'al ve'al ha'aretz mitachat ein od ve'ne'emar ve'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushmo echad.
We bow in worship before the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, the seat of whose glory and the abode of whose might is in the loftiest heights. He is our God, and there is no other. In truth, He is our King, and there is none beside Him, as it is written in the law. Know therefore this day, and lay to thy heart, that the Lord, He is God, in heaven above, upon the earth beneath. There is none else. At this point, we have special prayers. And on this Shabbat, we ask, O Lord, for your blessings on all our first responders, all our doctors, our nurses, all of the staff who look after all of the COVID patients. If it be your wish, O Lord, put your guiding shield over each and every one. Give them the strength of fortitude to continue to fight this pestilence. O Lord, on this Shabbat, we ask you for your special prayers upon our teachers, our students, who at this time are trying to continue their education via remote, a difficult process for both teacher and student. O Lord, if it is possible, enlighten all our teachers that they find a way to communicate, to teach, and to do what they do best on all our behalf. Again, give them patience, O Lord, as they undergo this difficult process. O Lord, last but not least, we ask for your special prayers on all in our community who have the wherewithal to donate food, to donate something, money, building material, to donate to people who are less fortunate than they are. These people, O Lord, as you know, they are in dire need. And we in Jamaica need all the help. And all the help can only come through your guidance and through people who can afford to make a difference. Shine your light into their hearts, O Lord, that they may dip into their pockets to assist the people in most need. O Lord, on this Shabbat, we beseech you, O God, on behalf of those who are stricken in health and strength. And be it whether they suffer disease, be it of body, mind, and of spirit, and of COVID-19. Let thy blessings descend upon the means used for the restoration of thy servants, and increase the wisdom and knowledge of all those battling on behalf of humanity. May the afflicted amongst us learn patience under trials and speedily be restored to health and usefulness. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei Kol Amo Israel. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who healest the sick of thy people Israel, and over all mankind. On their behalf, O Lord, I ask Marie to chant the Misha Barak, the healing prayer, on all who are suffering at this time, both locally and abroad. Be it your wish, O Lord, to give them strength to return to you, to serve, and to communicate and commune. Misha Barak.
Misha Barak Avotenu Mechor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Barak Imotenu Mechor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Let us be seated wherever we are, and let us all sing together our closing hymn, Yigdal, on page 27 of our synagogue prayer book.
Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimsa ve'nedel metziuto echad ve'in yachid ke'ichudo ne'lam ve'gam en sof le'achduto. In lo damut haguf ve'eno guf lo na'aroch elov kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra rishon ve'en reshit lereshito. Hino Adon Olam lechol notzar yoreh gedulato u'malchuto shefavet nebuoto netano el anshe segulato ve'tivarto. Lo kam beYisrael kemo she'od navi u'mabid el temunato Torat emet natan le'am mo'el al yad nevi'o ne'eman beito. Lo yachalif ha'el ve'lo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato zofe ve'yodea satarenu mabit lesof davar bekadmuto. Gomel leish chasid kemif'alo noten lerasha berishato yishlach bechetz yamim meshichenu lifdot mechacheket yeshuato. Metim Yechael berov chasto baruch Adonai shem tehilato ele 13 leikarim Yesordat el betoto.
Just before we go into our concluding prayer, as you have seen, this has been our first service online. We welcome any and all comments that will make our services better should we have to do this because of other rules and other regulations that may follow. So if you find time, and or if you see that something that we are doing could be done better or different, please make an attempt. Send an email to Margaret, to myself, to Marie, to Israel, or to the United Congregation website and let us know. We would like to hear from you so we can improve on how we do what we do here to make it more meaningful to you. My friends, as we close, or about to close, remember that there is Kiddush in your own social space. Remember the blessing over the wine. If you do not have wine, a symbolic glass of water will be fine. And remember the blessing over the bread. Hopefully we all have at least one loaf of bread in which to break for this Shabbat. I ask everybody to stand with me for the closing and final blessing. Find something to be grateful for every day. Every day. Be full of awareness of the beauty around you. Be full of gratitude for friends and family, for the goodness you find in others, for your health and all you are capable of. Be full of acceptance of yourself and others without conditions or judging, knowing that differences and changes make life interesting. Appreciate the gifts of laughter and fun in your life, and find contentment in knowing that you can always control your ability to look on the brighter side. Yeberekah Adonai v'yishmereka. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav alecha v'yikoneka. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Amen.
Yisai Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give each and every one of you, both here and online, the blessings of peace.
Amen.
My friends, on behalf of our president, the wardens and directors of this synagogue, I thank you for this hour that you have spent here online with us. I wish you blessings, I wish you peace on this holy Shabbat Shalom to you all. Never. take one of those